What's going on YouTube, OMI homies and VeVe fam? It's Steve aka Steve VeVe back at it again with another video. I just wanted to make this real quick to touch base on the Mickey and Friends release, as well as the system overload error that a bunch of people seem to be getting every release now. So before we get started, I just wanted to ask you if you could please smash that like button for me in the YouTube algorithm. I really hope I'm bringing you value, and if I am, by you smashing the like button, it could push that video out to other people and I can provide them with some value as well. Please comment down below. I'd love to engage with you. And please smash that subscribe button for me so you could see all my new videos when they're posted. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say congrats to everybody who was actually able to hit on the release today. I took an L, which was definitely to be expected. I did not expect to actually get one. It seems at this point now I am just so non-hopeful of actually getting these releases that it just really doesn't surprise me at all that I take an L. What's really just been making me angry, and I'm sure a ton of you guys are experiencing this, is the system overload error that people are getting. You know, I said this before in a couple of my other videos, that I would rather them just tell me that, sorry, all of the additions are allocated to other users. The fact that you get this error, you're not even participating in the drop. You're getting the error, and then that's it. It's like basically like VeVe is picking and choosing who they want to actually participate in the drop, and then the rest of the users are just getting this error. Now, if everybody was getting the error, I would understand, but the fact of the matter is only certain people are getting this error that says system overload. So that doesn't really make any sense to me. I mean, it makes sense to me in the fact that, yeah, there's 100 to 200,000 people or more going for the release, and there's only 50,000. So yeah, I totally understand. The system is overloaded. They can't handle the demand. But what doesn't make sense to me is why are only certain users getting this error? If the system was truly overloaded, then it wouldn't be able to handle anything. Everybody would get this error. So the fact of the matter is, for the last 10 drops or whatever it was, I haven't even been able to get an opportunity to even, go for it. You hit it, you get an error, that's it. You're done. A half a second, it's over. So I'm just sort of like at a loss for words, because it's like, what are they going to do to fix this? And I hate to sound like I'm just getting up here and I'm complaining about it, but it truly frustrates me, because last month I was so bullish on this app. And don't get me wrong, I still am, but I want to be able to go for the releases. If every single time I'm going down here and I'm trying, and the only thing that it's getting is an error, then I'm not even going for the release. It's not even attempting to reserve anything for me. So that's where my frustration comes in. And I don't want to sound like I'm just sitting here complaining about it, but people, somebody has to speak up about this situation. It's like VeVe's picking and choosing people who, all right, this person's flagged, we're going to give this, and that person an error, and we're going to give this, and that person the opportunity to actually get it. So these people, they'll either get the buy now button, or they'll get all additions allocated to other users, and then this group of people right over here, that's it. They get an error. They don't even get a chance to purchase the collectible. Now, for me, I've been doing this now for 2 months, and, I've had luck, and now my luck is completely dried up. But at least I understand this. And, it's to be expected for me. But somebody who's just downloading this app last week or yesterday, and then they put on $40 plus tax of their own money, and now they can't even take it out, and then they go for the drop, and then they just get an error, and then they go for the drop tomorrow, and they get an error, and then they go for the next drop tomorrow, and they get an error. They're not even, VeVe isn't even attempting to reserve these things for these people who are just getting the error. So it's going to turn a lot of people off to the app. If somebody like me who is so frustrated but also so bullish, just imagine the people who aren't bullish. Just imagine the people who never even got to experience what it was like when it was sort of easy to hit a release. Just imagine what they think. They just think that it's a scam, and they're just going to leave the app. And that's not good for VeVe in the future. They need to figure this out. They need to figure out a way. They're talking about the queue system. Well, the queue system isn't really going to solve anything either. They need to think of it on a deeper level of what they're going to do. You know, when like I would go for a sneaker release and it was a really popular pair of shoes, you know, it was the same sort of situation. They would release about 50,000 pairs of sneakers on the one website, and you would have 100 to 200,000 people going for the pair of sneakers. But what the only difference is, at least on the sneaker website, if it says that it's down for everybody. It's down for all 100 to 200,000 people that are actually going for this release. It's not like Foot Locker or Nike is sitting there picking and choosing who they're going to allow onto the website, and then they're just going to crash the website for everybody else. It's just not fair. Like, if there's going to be a release, it needs to be fair for everybody. They can't just delegate a group of people, push them over onto this side, and just say, hey, sorry, you're getting the error today. You don't even have a chance. I know you put your money onto the app, but we're not even giving you the opportunity to hit this release. We're going to give this group of people, you know, the opportunity to get the release. And that just doesn't make sense to me, you know. So I'm sure when the queue system comes out, it might make it a little bit more fair to the point where, like, everybody's actually able to enter. But then it's just going to give so many more people the opportunity to actually join the queue, enter multiple accounts. Then it's just going to become more impossible just like that. So it's just a really crazy situation, and it's upsetting to me. I'm gonna move on. I'm going for all the releases tomorrow. I'm still pumped for everything, and I'm still very bullish on VeVe. But there comes a point where you can't just keep being happy about it and just saying, like, all right, just let them do whatever they want. They could walk all over us. Who cares? I'm going to go for the release tomorrow. You know, obviously I am going for the release tomorrow. But somebody's got to get up here and actually say, like, yo, this isn't cool. It's not cool that you're only allowing certain people to go for the release and you're blocking other people. You know, I saw an article where they said that they block like 30% of users sometimes because of their, like, anti-bot or something, whatever they want to call it. Their anti-bot must be blocking everybody who isn't a bot and allowing bots to get in there. It just, you know, I don't want to be so harsh on them because obviously they're a very new app and they didn't expect anywhere near the amount of users. But come on now, you guys are making millions of dollars every single day. You're going to have to try and figure out something like this because it could go bad. You know, you're at the point where you got a huge following and people love the app, but you know, you're not going to be able to retain customers if you're bringing them on the app. You're making them spend the money. You're not allowing them to take the money off, and then they're not even able to go to further drops because you're just going to get an error every single time. So, yeah, that was my rant. My rant is officially over. Let me know in the comments down below if you got an error or what. Also, let me know if you know anything about this error because it genuinely, you know, it intrigues me and I really want to know, like, am I doing something to get this error or is it just luck of the draw? Like, let me know what you guys think about the error down below because I want to learn and I want to see how I'm going to move differently for the next release. So, you know, the market opened up. I was talking about that I might actually go on and purchase something from the secondhand market. I mean, you know, if I would have got these for 40 gems, yeah, give them to me all, whatever. But, you know, give me whatever one. But the price of them when the market first opened up, 1,000 gems, it's down to like 500 gems for most of them right now. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't think that they're that cool. I think that they're cool. I think that they are definitely 40 gems cool. I think that they are 200 gems cool. Now, when you're up here talking about 500 gems, I'm sorry, there's absolutely no way. It's not that cool. They have the Disney hype behind them, and I'm sure some people genuinely really like these, but me, I'm not the biggest fan. So what I did was I said, forget it. I'm going to go out and I'm going to get something that I really like. So I'll show you a picture of this real quick. I went out and I got Uncommon Spider-Man. So now I have Common and I have Uncommon Spider-Man. I just thought that that was the better deal. I think that the floor price of him was around 1.2, 1.3k gems. So I went out and I bought him for 745 gems. So, you know, theoretically, if it goes back up to the peak, it's almost a 100% return. So we'll see. I mean, you know, maybe the Mickey and the Minnie at 500 will be 1,000 pretty soon too, and I probably should have parked my money there. But, you know, who knows? In my opinion, I thought that the Spider-Man was cooler. I wanted to get the Spider-Man. I have the Common. Figured he would look real cool next to the Uncommon. And that's just what I went ahead and did. So, you know, we're still going through a gem squeeze. There's still a ton of great deals out there. And, you know, like they say, the real money is made on the secondhand market. So, you know, just unfortunately, a lot of new people who were on here, they don't know that yet. They think all they hear is you could buy something for 40 gems and you could sell it for 1,000 or, you know, 500, all depending on what rarity you get. But, you know, in reality, the real money is made on the secondhand market. So, you know, during this gem squeeze, you really got to sit there and you got to look at the things that you had your eye on while the market's down. You want to look at the top performers before the gem squeeze, and then you want to look at how much they fell from their peak, and then you want to see, like, all right, you know, basically what I'm just saying is don't just FOMO into these lenticular cards because you see that, you know, you're getting caught in the hype, or, you know, you have the fear of missing out. You really want to just take a step back and you want to look at all of the things that you were looking at before this gem squeeze. Like, just think in your head, like, you know, you were looking at something in December. Perfect example, Uncommon Spider-Man. I was looking at Uncommon Spider-Man in December. He was like 250 gems. So now when there's a big blow up, he went to like 1.2k gems. So now you say, all right, went from 250, he's at 1.2k. Now he's down to 745 is what I paid, probably like around 750 right now. You know, don't get caught in the FOMO of the cards. Actually, you know, think of it as an investment point. All right, this one, we already know it could reach this certain height. We've seen it happen before. Now it went down a little bit. So do I believe that it could actually go up right back to the peak that it was at before it dipped? Yes, I do. Do I think it could go above that peak? Yeah, absolutely. So these are just the certain questions that you need to ask yourself before you just get sucked into the FOMO of, oh, this is the new shiny object now, let me just go out and buy it. Because you could be turning up some really good long-term plays just buying into the FOMO and buying into the hype. So that's just really what I'm doing right now. I still have my eyes on some of these cards, but I want to see what the prices are going to do. You know, a lot of people might have went full on poolside and bought for 1,000 right away, and because there was only 65 of them on the market at the time. You know, the floor of Mickey for a while was 1,000 because there was only 65 on the market and barely anybody was getting the collectible sent to them. So, you know, don't FOMO into it. If you really like the card and you want to buy it, then by all means, go ahead and get it. If you think it's a long-term investment, it's going to perform really well, then sure, go ahead. But all I'm really trying to get at is don't forget about all the other things that you thought were a good long-term play, and don't forget about all the good deals that are going on right now during this gem squeeze, and just go with the hype and get FOMO'd into buying something that you're really not even a fan of. You know, that's why I bought the Spider-Man. I think he looks really cool. I think he displays really well. I don't have that, like, that same feeling for the cards. So, you know, I'm not hating on them. Maybe I'm just a little salty because I didn't get them. I would be super, super pumped if I got them for retail. But, you know, I had to really make that decision. Do I want one of these cards, or do I want Spider-Man? And Spider-Man Uncommon is what I went with. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Let me know if you think I'm right. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. I really want to engage with you, especially over this whole system error that's been going on. I really want to know what you guys think about that. See if you know any tips and tricks or workarounds to get around that, because I want to be able to actually even be considered for getting one of these releases. I can't just, it's frustrating every single time I'm doing this, I'm getting an error. So yeah, let me know down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I want to engage with you. Smash that like button for me so we can push this video out. And please consider subscribing to me. But yeah, Steve VeVe, I'm out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one.